Artemis Oracle. I probably started too early. Hi, this is Tan from Artemis Oracle. It's doing your reading today. This is going to be a collective reading, but if you do want a yes or no question, or a mini card reading, just have to do a super chat. Send a super chat. So I'm going to do a Revealing the Truth Oracle deck reading, Oracle reading. What truths do you need to know at this time? For your highest and greatest good. Okay, I got two cards. Miss you, divine intervention, cool down. Okay. Oops. I had to go get me, look at this. This card's to find the key. Okay. I'm not sure there's something mixed up in here. Okay, we have, I'm sorry, I'm not set up. So miss you, divine intervention, cool down, sunset, silence, and drinks. So I'm gonna put it like this. Miss you, divine intervention, cool down. You know, I don't know if somebody likes to, you know, like if they're having a rough day, a hard day at work, they tend to like want to have a drink. People tend to do that because they want to like relax, wind down. So I don't know if there was something divine intervention. I don't know what that is, but miss you, divine intervention, cool down, sunset, silence, drinks. Now, with divine intervention and silence, there could be some sort of break in communication, and it could be with anybody. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It could be with a family member. It could be with a friend. It could be with a colleague. Maybe somebody's giving you the silent treatment, or maybe someone is, you're giving, it could be that. But another thing I'm getting is that some of you are being told to hold off on expressing or sharing certain information with people. If you ever find yourself talking and then you all of a sudden start coughing, or your throat starts itching, or you get interrupted, there may be a reason why, and it's because you may be saying something that you should not be saying. You could be revealing something that you shouldn't be revealing. So there could be some sort of divine intervention when it comes to that, like some sort of interruption when you're in the middle of having some sort of important conversation, or any conversation, any communication that you're having. If you get interrupted and it's like repeatedly, where you like kind of lose your train of thought, or you totally forget what you were talking about, there's a reason for that. So if you ever find yourself in the middle, or like mid-sentence, forgetting what you were going to say, or you get interrupted, or you start coughing, or anything that interrupts you, there's a reason for that. You may be about to reveal something that you shouldn't be revealing. So that's the message I'm getting. Divine intervention is silence. So some of you are being told by spirit to keep silent about certain things. Certain things do not need to be revealed, exposed, indulged to others at this time. Now, we miss you and sunset. Some of you could be missing a past loved one, because the sunset card for me is an ending. You know, the sunsets, that means the day is ending. But it says lost loved one, memories, elder, nightfall. So there could be somebody that you're missing. It could be a passed on loved one. It could be an elderly person that passed away, or it could just be any past loved one. And this might happen to you like in the middle of the night, you know, like right before we go to bed. That's when we start to quiet down. I think like it's just quiet. And sometimes our mind quiets, then certain memories, feelings start to come up. So this could be something that's happening at night. There could be someone who is alive that you miss, or there's someone who is alive that is missing you. It doesn't have to be romantic, you know. Not everything has to be romantic. But it says miss, wait, eager. For some of you, there could be someone that you could have had some sort of ending with that is hoping that you will contact them, but there may be a reason why there is a break in contact with the divine intervention and silence. There could have been some sort of argument where, you know, you needed to take a break, a pause to cool down, to gather yourself, gather your emotions. You know, like if you were very angry or they were very angry, you needed this period of pause or disconnect to be able to, get yourself centered and grounded before you can reconvene whatever conversation you're having, whether it was an argument, whatever. There may be some sort of break with somebody. And it could be with a friend, it could be with a lover, it could be with a family member. But it was something that needed to happen. Definitely needed, but the break is needed, the silence is needed, the time apart is needed to cool down. But there could be somebody who may be wanting to break the ice and maybe wanting to invite you out for a drink. It could be inviting you out for coffee. It does say liquor, coffee, tea, water, So somebody may be wanting an opportunity to reconnect. If there has been a period of silence, or it could be just someone who is, I don't know if some of you had an argument with somebody because they have an issue with substances, specifically alcohol. It could be something like that. Sometimes people don't want to hear that they're imbibing too much and that it's seemingly like becoming a problem. And that could have been, I don't know if for some of you, if you did have some sort of intervention with somebody about this, but the divine intervention card says serendipity, catalyst, and karma. So this is like something that was meant to happen. It was out of your hands. There was nothing you could do to stop it. If it's something like that, like I said, there could be something that you need to keep quiet about, that you don't need to divulge. I said indulge earlier, but divulge. The indulge, maybe somebody does indulge in alcohol, Let's see. I want to look into the miss you card. Let's see. Hello, Isaac. Miss you. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's feeling left out, feeling lonely. With the 8 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the 3 of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles. So some of you could be dealing with a water sign energy with the Knight of Cups, a younger water sign energy, or an earth sign energy with the Queen of Pentacles. And remember, earth sign doesn't mean it has to be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. It could be just someone who is very grounded, stable, secure, even financially abundant. And the Knight of Cups is someone who is young, maybe younger than you. It could be somebody that's younger, but it could just be that somebody's in this earthy energy, trying to ground themselves because they were emotional with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is younger, maybe emotionally immature, inexperienced, more experienced than the Page, but not as hasn't mastered their emotions the way a king has. But this could be somebody that's definitely missing you. They're wanting things to change. They want to come together with the 3 of Cups. But the 8 of Pentacles, I don't know if this person is sad and depressed, this mystery person, and it doesn't have to be romantic. Remember that. 5 of Pentacles with the 8 of Pentacles. So someone's feeling isolated, feeling left out in the cold. Disconnected, detached. Is what I want to say. And I don't know if this person is someone who is trying to distract themselves with work, or there could be somebody that also experiences issues with self-esteem, because the 5 of Pentacles for me is the self-esteem card. It's someone who is not feeling very good about themselves, who doesn't see their value, doesn't think that they're worthy. That's just how I read this card sometimes. But with this, it's like somebody who feels like they have to work hard to prove their worth. But this is somebody that that's missing you, who does, think about you. They do imagine you. They do fantasize about you. They do think about you, and then fantasizing, it doesn't have to be like sexual. It could be like they're thinking about like if they were to see you again, how they would feel, like how would you feel? Would things change? Will there be a shift? Will things improve? Um, that type of thing. But it could be a water sign energy. But it could be any fixed sign too, Wheel of Fortune. But so that's Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio energy. So this person they wait. I think this person is eagerly waiting for an opportunity for you to possibly come together, possibly go out, meet up, communicate. This person probably, I want to say this person, and this is interesting that the Two of Wands came out. The Two of Wands is someone who is at a crossroads. They have to make a decision, decide on a path, or they have decided on a path and they're just waiting for the results. They're waiting for their ships to come in, as they say. So they could be, I don't know if somebody has been, that someone that has missed you, who has expressed that they missed you, has reached out to you, and they're just waiting for you to respond to them. I don't know if this person has already invited you out to meet up, to discuss whatever has been going on within your friendship, your relationship, your family. It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be romantic, but this person does think about you. This person may think about apologizing to you, but they're definitely in this nostalgic energy. Okay. Now, let's see what this divine intervention is. These cards, they're just like so slippery. Okay. Hey, Ray. Let me cover myself up. Okay. Divine intervention. Hi, Ariel. How are you? Thank you. Thank you for the gift. Divine intervention. What is this divine intervention? Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is about a new beginning, right? It could be a new creative beginning, a new spark, a new creative idea. I wanted to say stroke of genius. Then we have the Ace of Cups. Wow. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Everybody's complimenting me today. I always wear black. You guys know I always wear black. Well, most of you know I always wear black. Thank you. I am Ariel. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I think, because we got the Divine Intervention card, I'm clarifying it. I got the Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is someone who is in this period of pause, reflection, reevaluation, but there's like a waiting period. Like it's also maybe a bit of planning too. So this kind of ties into the first thing, because the Divine Intervention with the Wheel of Fortune can be thank you. So the Wheel of Fortune is also tied with good luck, fortune, change, shift, change, but wins, gains, but karma. That's what I want to say. I wanted to say karma, but I forgot because I'm reading the chat. So serendipity, catalyst, and karma. So this person could be reaching out. Like I said, this person may want to apologize. This person may be apologetic. This person is waiting for the right opportunity to try to restart things with you, with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So this could be a love situation, but we love our family, we love our friends, we love our lovers. But this person, you know what I'm getting? You know what? Because you see here, in this card, she's pregnant. And when you think about anything you've invested in, you look at what you have gained from what you've invested. And this person could be at this place where like, wow, I don't want things to end, I don't want the relationship to end. I don't want this. I want this conflict to end because it could be that. I want this conflict to end because we've invested so much time and energy on something. So this could be a relationship where you're married and there's some of you may be carrying a baby, you may be pregnant for some of you. And I'm just saying that because this specific deck has a pregnant mermaid on it. In traditional tarot, it shows a person looking at 7 coins. This one, it looks like there's somebody like, it's like something is in a period of gestation. So this is something that a seed that has been planted and has grown and is showing results, right? But it's like whatever conflict that caused some sort of disagreement and separation where someone or two of you are missing each other, and it doesn't have to be romantic. You could miss your sister, you could miss your brother, your friend, your mother, your father, your cousin. It doesn't have to be romantic, right? It's like we invested so much time into this, and it could be a project too, and I don't want it to go to waste. So why don't we try to start over? Let's have a new beginning. Let's reignite this friendship, like restart the friendship, restart the relationship, restart the project, restart the family, and then let's remember the love. So somebody is with the divine intervention. It's like whatever happens, sometimes things need to happen in order for someone to get a different perspective, to have a shift in perspective, because like somebody was detached, not very satisfied. And I did mention somebody maybe having issues with alcohol. So I don't know if somebody has an issue, and I'm not trying to trivialize addictions or anything, but someone there could have been some sort of intervention for somebody, but that may not resonate with everybody. Or it could just be someone tends to go towards, like, how they say, oh, I need a glass of wine. Oh, I need a shot of whiskey, or whatever the hell they say. You could tell I'm not a drinker, but that could be the reason why the drinks card is here. But it could also be somebody who is waiting for a response because possibly they invited someone out because they want to have this Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, like a restart with whatever it is. And it doesn't have to be romantic. Hi, Vivi, how are you? Hi, Mr. Abbasi. No, you don't see me on TikTok because I don't post anything on TikTok. I have an account, but I don't post anything. You may be seeing a twin or a thief. A wannabe. So yeah, I feel like there's somebody that whatever happened was meant to happen so that it could create a new start, a refresh, a restart, and whatever it is. Like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. We could have disagreements. We can miss family members, friends. Okay. Now, what is this cool down? Thank you for liking. Temperance. Temperance, so Sagittarius energy. But temperance is about moderation, balance, peace, alchemy. You know what I was saying? That somebody sometimes needs to have a shift in perspective. And sometimes when we have like certain disagreements and arguments and then we have a break. Welcome to the channel. So the Temperance card, cool down, calm, pause, solidification. So yeah, there definitely needed to be a period of pause so someone could gather themselves, gather their emotions, gather their thoughts, but also reconcile whatever happened to whatever they're now understanding, whatever epiphany they may have had, and then putting all that information together to make sense of it all. And I think this is why this period of pause, this calm was needed, because maybe somebody does realize that there has been a bit of toxicity in the connection. There has been some unhealthy behaviors. Somebody was probably being controlling and maybe just letting their fears get in the way. Maybe somebody is trapped in a cycle of addiction and is in need, maybe understanding that. But I do not want to trivialize. If anybody is experiencing issues with addiction, you need to reach out to the proper recovery programs, so that you can get the help you need, or whoever you may be dealing with gets the help they need. Because you can't, addictions are no joke. So we got Temperance and the Devil. And it's interesting because the Temperance card comes before the Devil card. 14, then 15. So, not 3 of Pentacles. Right now, this person does want to work together. They want to collaborate. They want to put in the effort with the 3. Maybe somebody's realizing that they could have been very selfish and maybe had a very fixed mindset or belief system about something. And this is where, since they're having that understanding, the clarity, they're moderating, they put in all the information, all the facts together. And now they're saying, okay, well, work needs to be done, and I need to be willing to put in my part. I don't know if there was somebody just doing more than the other person. I don't know if somebody was doing more, but somebody was, I really don't know. 7 of Cups with the 5 of Swords. Somebody did something that hurt. They knew they caused pain. So this cool down period is having a person look at what options are available to them to help resolve the conflict. You know, because we have the 3 of Pentacles here. So 3 of Pentacles with the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is like somebody understands that they hurt somebody. And they want to make it right. They want to fix it. They want to put in the work. Take accountability. Do their part. I said do their part. Some of you, I don't know if some of you were like you felt like you were doing everything. Like the burden was only on your shoulders. You know, that you carried the weight of this. Whatever this is. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, you were doing all the work. I don't know, some of you felt like, I don't know if this is like a work thing too. It could be for some of you. You were putting in all the work. You were doing all the heavy lifting. The person was just over there like watching you, like grooming themselves. And then this possibly enraged the hell out of you, because look at this Queen of Wands. You see how much fire is there? And this is why you needed a break, because this person didn't realize, this person's probably understanding and realizing what they did, that they weren't doing their part, that possibly you were burdened by the connection or burdened by whatever, the conflict, whatever it was. But the fact that the Queen of Wands came out, and she doesn't look angry, but she has a lot of fire around her, and she can be fiery. And look at the Knight of Wands is underneath too, and the King of Wands. Oh my God, yes, somebody was like, look at all this. Is so funny. I've used this deck so many times before, you know, on my own, when I read for myself and when I've read here. And I just, but the fact that all the court cards, I'm just missing the Page of Wands. Well, look, the King, the Queen, and the Knight. So this may be a family dynamic. This could be like somebody was like, you're not doing your part. I don't know if this is a mother. Is this a mother that's like pissed off? A feminine figure that's like, because you see, maybe somebody had a lazy daughter or a lazy son that wasn't doing anything. They were just busy playing with themselves or playing PlayStation. But instead of helping out, just, yeah. Or maybe it could be it could be a family dynamic. It definitely could be a family dynamic. But yeah, somebody, oof, yeah, that makes sense. Because I'm looking here, and underneath was the Queen of Swords. So this is like the cool down. She's the Ice Queen. So somebody definitely needed this break. The person that was angry and the person that caused the anger. There was a need for a break, because the Ice Queen came out, and the Ice Queen, to go from the Queen of Wands to the Ice Queen, the Queen of Wands is a very warm, loving, generous person. So I don't know if somebody felt like they were being taken advantage of. And, you know, we shift between our masculine and feminine. you know? And the fact that we have the knight and the king with the queen is like she was, I think she reached her breaking point that she turned to ice. And just so everybody knows, fire and air signs, they're the opposite of each other, you know? So it gets to that point where you're like, you get like this, you're like, oh, I'm loving, I'm warm, I'm still caring, you know? And then you're like, fuck this shit, you know, like, and then you tell people who, you tell people off, you know? You got to the, so this is, but this could also be a fire sign energy. It doesn't have to be a feminine. It could just be a fire sign energy that is in this period now. It could be a feminine because we got the queens coming out. But she just like, she needed to calm down because she was gonna erupt because of whatever this is. Yeah, like the Nine of Wands. It's like because I keep seeing fire and stuff. Like somebody was angry. Somebody was angry. I needed this break. But I think whoever was in this, I guess the receiving end of the Queen of Wands rage also needed the break. They needed to soak, what they call it, like soak their wounds or like something with their wounds. But then they're having an understanding, you know, they understand. Because now it's like, now they want to work together. Now they want to put in the effort, you know, they see, they want to bring an end to the drama. They realize, like, I don't know if somebody was playing around too, because you see here, the Five of Swords shows kids playing. So I don't know if this is like a big household or something where there's a lot of kids. You know, when the kids or it just be somebody fucked around and found out. Someone was playing too much too. Somebody probably was playing too much that somebody ended up getting hurt because you see the person's hand is bleeding. And then this is where like the Queen of Wands came out and destroyed everybody. She needed to cool down and they needed to cool down like, oh shit, I done fucked up. I went too far. I don't know if somebody went too far with something. Maybe I went too far with that reading. Okay, I saw the Justice card. I'll show you. So see, somebody wants to restore balance and justice, you know, because things have been, I says maybe somebody's overburdened. Maybe someone was playing too damn much. The Queen of Swords came out again for the sunset. Yeah, the Queen of Swords is someone who does, like, in her, like, she's very smart, intelligent, funny, fair, but she can be very cold. She can be icy. She could be very detached. And air signs, for the most part, are emotionally detached. I'm not saying they don't have emotions because they're human just like us. They're not robots. But the thing is, they're more intellectual. They tend to be more intellectual and logical than they are emotional. So maybe the Queen of Wands is like, had to shift that energy. See, the King of Wands just came out. So I'm now clarifying the sunset card, the sunset. So yeah, somebody brought an end to something. Because it was, I see a lot of orange and red and stuff. Orange and red. We usually tie those colors to fire, heat. Things got too heated. But then somebody was like, you know what? Things need to change. And somebody had, like, the only way things can cool down is if I tell it like it is. And someone probably didn't like that. And then that's what made somebody go silent. With the silence. So the Queen of Swords with the King of Wands. I don't like it. I don't. But I did read this as Nine of Pentacles came out. If this is like a relationship thing, somebody could have been arguing about money. It could be about money. But the Nine of Pentacles came out. Maybe somebody's at this place where they're like considering, do I even want to be in this? If it's a relationship, do I want to be in this relationship? Somebody's considering, should they bring something to an end? Should I become single because of this? Because sometimes I think any person who has ever been in a relationship and in a relationship where you feel like you're being taken for granted, someone's not doing their part. See, look at the hangman. Seeing things from a different perspective. I was saying that about the cool down card. Somebody's seeing things from a different perspective, and now they're putting all the facts and information together to realize that they were in the wrong. So, but the Nine of Pentacles is the energy of independence. It's an energy of being fulfilled with where you are, being independent, self-sufficient, abundant, financially secure, even secure with yourself, secure in your self-worth. And for some of you, I mean, like for whoever this is for, because this reading is like just so weird. The Nine of Pentacles. So someone may be considering bringing an end to some sort of partnership or connection. But it could be bringing an end to the conflict. I don't even know, what's this Nine of Pentacles? Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Fool. That's basically a new beginning, starting from scratch. With experience, you know? The Fool does have experience. But maybe Judgment. If the world comes up, I mean, somebody want to complete something. Because the Fool, the Judgment is the second to last card in Major Arcana. So some is about resurrection. Yeah, I feel like somebody's considering separating. If someone may be at this place where they're considering separating, somebody could be this, if there's marriage involved in this, somebody may be considering a divorce, but it could just be a breakup. But the Nine of Pentacles, I think somebody overthinks, is like trapped in their mind. And remember, we have the Devil card and somebody's trapped, you know? So someone does feel trapped in a situation and maybe thinking the best way to free themselves would be to call it an end to it. But sometimes you could be trapped in a conflict and you're wanting to free yourself from the conflict or free yourself from anything. Blockages. I wanted to say blockages. But somebody does want a new start. So it could be somebody wants to bring an end to the conflict. You know, maybe somebody is overthinking. Maybe somebody has that fear that someone wants to end the relationship, that someone may want to go solo. But it could just be because we got a couple here, and air and fire are supposed to be complementary to each other. So it could be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries could be involved in this, but it could just be the energies. There could be somebody who's more passionate than the other person, who's more logical. But someone's overthinking, they're trapped in their mind. But it's a self-imposed prison with the Eight of Swords that someone may be wanting to free themselves from. But it's a matter of like, what decision do I make? Because the Judgment is making a decision, making a final judgment call on something. And it could have to do, if it's like a relationship, someone may be considering ending a relationship and going solo, being solo. And if someone is doing this, they may be weighing the options. And though we don't have the Two of Pentacles here, which will be like juggling the idea, it's more so, we did have the crossroads, somebody being at a crossroads with the Two of Wands, so somebody deciding on an action. Like I said, somebody could be wanting to reconnect, resolve the issue, to have that new beginning, so they don't let something that's you've invested in or someone's invested in go to waste. Just like you spent so much time and energy in something, now it's just gonna go to waste. It's gonna end, you know. But it could be somebody maybe considering that. All right. I don't know. What's the silence about? Silence. The Hermit and the Three of Swords. So, somebody's on their own because there's been some sort of disappointment, heartbreak, grief. Talking more about silence with the Hermit and the Three of Swords. Tower. Yeah, somebody's definitely staying quiet because there has been some sort of disappointing event that has happened, maybe even a disappointingly catastrophic event that has had somebody turn their back, needed to go inward, go be on the, like basically isolate themselves from a situation or from a person. Yeah, someone's definitely anxious. There was some sort of, someone's of two minds, or there could just have been some sort of argument that's caused a lot of anxiety. And this is why someone has gone silent. The High Priestess too. Got the High Priestess here at the bottom of the deck with the Two of Cups. Okay, these were at the bottom. So you got the Nine of Swords with the Two of Swords. So you can see the High Priestess and the Two of Cups. The Six of Swords too. When I look at the High Priestess card, I just think of like somebody's waiting for the green light. Even though you see the moon there, someone's doing some sort of ritual, maybe a manifestation. Maybe a spell. I don't know. People like doing that stuff, you know. But the silence, someone's keeping silent. It makes sense because the Hermit, when they're on their own, they're not talking to people. They are not interacting with people. They're on their own. So this person, I don't know, I wanted to say someone's licking their wounds. Maybe that's what I wanted to say earlier too. Someone's licking their wounds. Because there's something happened. This person could be like having a lot of anxiety, stress, maybe even haunted, because you see here, there's like this mermaid. It looks like they're tormented. Somebody's tormented about whatever transpired. And it could be involving a Pisces energy and the Two of Cups. But I want to see, I want to clarify the Three of Swords. Hello. Blessings to you as well. Okay, let's see. What is this Three of Swords? Did I say before the world came out? I don't know what happened. But Three of Swords, somebody caused some sort of ending, and it destabilized the relationship. It broke something down. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. I'm trying not to make this all about love. 7 of Wands, somebody definitely has their guard up. They have their defenses up. I don't know if somebody felt like they were ganged up on, because I do see this here too. With the Five of Swords. See 2 people here, but there's 7 people there. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people in this card, but there's, I don't know if somebody felt like they were being ganged up on. I did mention earlier that there may have been some sort of intervention. Hangman, you know, Pisces energy. They say this about Pisces, that they tend to be, and well, they say this also about Sagittarius. I believe that they tend to be drinkers. So I don't know if somebody, got the 8 of Wands. Communication is going to be coming soon. Because somebody feels like they were hung out to dry. That's what made the card up, because they felt like they were known. Something ended, something the cycle completed, something ended. And then we had the Fool card coming out. The 7 of Wands and Hangman. Someone ended something. A cycle ended. Somebody has their guard up, their fences up, because they felt like they were hung out to dry. I don't know how that resonates with you, but there may be some sort of communication coming in. It may be coming quickly, and it may be coming from a Queen of Pentacles energy. It could be involving money. But then we have the Star card. Some sort of, oh, it could be with an Aquarius or somebody with the Page of Cups. With apologies. Somebody wants to apologize. Somebody wants to communicate. A message may be coming in, incoming. And it could be coming from an earth sign energy, expressing some a wish to heal something, and maybe apologetic. Because the Page of Cups is like is usually the apology card. Somebody wanting to communicate and apologize. It's because it's very vulnerable. So something's coming in vulnerable. I don't know what happened here. That's interesting. But something ended. Someone has their guard up because they felt like they've been hung out to dry. And the Pisces card, Hangman, came out. Somebody's definitely needing to pull on their strength. Pisces came out with the High Priestess and the Knight of Pentacles. So definitely somebody's planning, they're strategizing. Planning and strategizing. So I got Leo, High Priestess, and a Knight of Pentacles. Leo strength, High Priestess is Pisces. Could be Cancer. I don't know. Okay, let's go into drinks. What is this drinks thing? If you were watching from the beginning, then I said that somebody could be wanting to come together, wanting to invite you out to drinks and stuff. So we got the 10 of Cups. It's about a wish fulfillment, being totally happy where you are, like emotionally fulfilled. It could have to do with family, but then we have the the 4 of Wands coming out. The 4 of Wands is about, it's like they call it like the marriage card, but it could also be like 2 people coming together and stabilizing. So somebody does want to come together, drinks. You see a couple getting snuggling up. You see people coming together. Here with the 10 of Cups. And then I say that about 3 of Cups with the person maybe wanting to come forward. Well, 10 of Cups with the 4 of Wands. What else? Oh, look, 5 of Cups. Definitely, someone knows that they want to resolve whatever issues and past disappointments so they could come back to the 2 of Cups. Remember, it doesn't have to be romantic, you know. It could be, because this card does look romantic. It could be a romantic connection. Somebody wants to invite you out. They want to invite you out to a drink. If it's tied, everything's tied together and somebody's trying to save the relationship and wanting to communicate, apologize, reconcile, heal things, and it doesn't have to be romantic either. You can take the romance out of it, take it as it resonates, remember. But somebody definitely wants to bring some sort of resolution to the past, because with the Five of Cups being there, it's about, this is like healing, wanting to heal. Because you see she's holding the seal, who maybe, not alive. But then here they're holding. So I feel like somebody doesn't want to let something go, doesn't want to let something die. But in order to move forward, some things you have to release. You have to heal from, you have to come to terms with. Give yourself the time to do that. And maybe that's why the pause was very much needed. So someone could come to terms with something. And it could be come to terms with either ending a relationship or trying to save a relationship. Why the Five of Cups? Got the King of Cups that flipped out. The Ten of Wands. That is so weird. I just see look like someone was eating party mix, like cheese doodles or some shit. And I see ants there. Okay, Ten of Wands and the King of Cups. I feel like somebody wants, it's like I said, something needs to be let go. I think the burden, the sadness, the pain, the past has to be released in order to restore love in a connection. Or loving or whatever this is, because it doesn't have to be romantic, One more. Card fell too. Six of Swords. To move past the conflict and go towards peace. Leave the past behind. Leave the pain behind. Heal those wounds. Close those wounds. See the Five of Swords here with the Six of Swords. So it's like leaving behind the conflict, leaving behind the wounds, the pain, and going towards peace. Drop the burdens. But that's what the Five of Cups is. Someone's dwelling on the past, but not seeing that, once they come to terms with what has happened, that there's no going back, there's still two cups that stand behind them. But it's just a matter of it's about moving forward instead of continuing to look back. And sometimes we tend to do that when we're still carrying the burdens of the past, whatever the anger, the pain, whatever transpired in this connection that required there to be a break, where it brought someone to miss another person, where it felt like this is something that was divinely orchestrated. It was something that was meant to happen to bring some sort of resolution to a problem that was persisting, a problem that didn't seem like it was going to get better. But it's like eventually things are it's gonna start to get calmer, and then, but somebody's like, I feel like somebody, because I did see the Page of Pentacles card, and it's like somebody, see the Ten of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. I saw the Page of Pentacles, but I didn't even show it to you guys. And the Page of Pentacles is like making, what do you call it? Like extending an olive branch. It's like somebody wants to extend an olive branch. And however this resonates with you. So, let me see. With what cards are left in this deck? What is the most likely outcome in this situation? The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands goes after what they want. So somebody's going to go after what they want. This card. The Empress. I don't know. The Empress is also pregnant. I don't know if anybody's pregnant, and that could have been an issue. Another card flipped. The Two of Swords. The Two of Swords typically show someone who's on their own with their thoughts. Two swords on their own, blindfolded, going within, using logic, trying to come to some sort of a logical decision, employing logic to make a decision. But I feel like it's like two people coming together to communicate their truths. So somebody definitely wants to communicate. They want to bring, let's see what this They want to communicate, but then somebody knows that they have to drop their sword. Nine of Cups. I rarely see this. I never really looked at this card, but look at the Nine of Cups. So somebody wants to, they want to fight for this. Somebody doesn't want to give up on the most likely outcome is like this person's not going to give up. They're going to persist. If whoever this is, they're going to fight for this. And it's not like a bad fight. It's more like they're not going to give up. They're going to persist. The Emperor card came out. So however this resonates, somebody's going to be bossing up. Maybe somebody has been slacking, because I said earlier, somebody probably felt like they were carrying the burden. But it seems like somebody's willing to fight for it. Fight for their wish fulfillment. Fight for what they love. But putting in the effort, putting in the work, bossing up, taking ownership, accountability with the Emperor. The Emperor, and earlier I mentioned the Two of Pentacles. Wanting to restore balance. Wanting to restore balance and do their part to bring happiness back into the situation, you know? Because I got the Emperor with two of, it's bringing balance. Like, I don't know, somebody was very controlling and didn't want to go with the flow. And I think this is what it is too. Somebody knows that they have to go with the flow, you know? But they get the, and no, like in the Knight of Pentacles, I mean, Knight of Wands came out. So we have the Queen of Wands coming out again in the bottom of the deck with the Sun. So someone is the Queen of Wands is someone who is magnetic, attractive, passionate, warm, and caring, right? Hey, Phil, how are you? So somebody doesn't want to give up on this. They're willing to put in the work. And, you know, I said go with the flow, and then you see this, it's like lava's flowing. So someone's willing to put in the work, put in the effort to restore happiness in this connection. So this is what I'm getting. So however this resonates, it doesn't have to be romantic, please, you know, because it could be anything. It could be with anybody. But it could be romantic. It doesn't have to be romantic. I was trying not to make it romantic, but some cards were giving romance, you know? Okay. Let me put these cards away. So that was a general collective reading, so... Yeah, I normally used half the deck in this reading. I'm good, thank you. Well, I don't know how much of the reading you've read. I mean, you've watched. Because it said miss you. Somebody's missing somebody. There was some sort of ending. Divine intervention. A period of pause. A desire to possibly meet up for drinks. Yeah, and silence. So that reading, I don't know if it was, well, it could be about money. See, we have to take the reading as it resonates, because me as a reader, I'm trying to read everything, but then it's like later on I have to rewatch the replay and be like, what the hell was I saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. Narcissist? What? For some people, it could be a narcissist. But I don't know. Unless you're calling me a narcissist. I know I'm not a narcissist. A narcissist will never like go and look up what a narcissist is and if they are one. Because a narcissist will be like, there's nothing wrong with me. It's everything wrong with everybody else. I remember when I found out about narcissism, I looked it up. I was like, wait a minute, do I act like that sometimes? And then I had to go look up what it meant and what are the signs and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm not, thank God. You know, because I think I'm too considerate. I'm so considerate. Narcissists, they're not considerate. You've dealt with a narcissist since you were 6 years old? I know when we're children, we can be a little, but it's it's different because we don't understand, you know, even though some children are very loving and caring. But sometimes we get to that point during our development where we're like, me, like, it's all about me. Okay. I saw the divine, masculine, and rejected. That's interesting. So either divine masculine rejected somebody or our divine masculine was rejected. Oh my God. That's horrible. I'm sorry, Phil. That sounds like a karmic. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. I'm so sorry, Phil. Oh, that's terrible. Like, I try to look back on like people in my family. I could think of one person. But she's a bad witch. She's a bad witch. She like doing dark magic on people. I would think she will fall under that. She definitely sounds like one when I hear stories about her. My mother, I don't think she is that. No, my mother's definitely not that. My father, he might fall under that. He might. But my father, he went through a lot of shit. So, I don't know how narcissists are formed. I don't know if it's because, is it like a nature versus nurture type of thing? But my father went through a lot of stuff growing up. You know, he didn't have an easy life. But I don't know if he was a narcissist. I want chips. I hear my plantain chips. I heard stories about people. Then the people wonder why certain people don't want to be around their family. And it's because their family treats them like shit. That's your mother. You should love your mother. Yeah, my mother tried to drown me, you know. I don't know. My mother did not try to drown me. But somebody's mother tried to drown them. And you telling me I need to love her and forgive her? You can forgive her, but I don't mean you got to be around her. You know. Now that, an avoidance, I think that's what I am. And that's what you could do, so you don't waste your time with people. Time is just too precious to be wasting time with the wrong people. I mean, I think I wonder, you always have those stupid tests Like, what are you? Are you an avoidant? Are you a fearful avoidant? Are you anxious avoidant? I think if I was an avoidant, I think I'll be the anxious avoidant. That I'm trying to heal from, you know? I need to heal from that. I had a professor's. Okay, I'm gonna go into a love reading for all the fearful, anxious avoidants and unnarcissistical people. There's this tarot reader, she says narcissistical, and I love it because it's so cute. I don't know if that is a word, but it sounds like it. It's a word. I just said it, so. Let's see, for love. Love, 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 love. What time is it? Okay. What does the collective need to know about love? Oh, what card came out? We are children. Divine masculine. I'm trying to be careful how I shuffle my cards because I see my boobs are wanting to come out. And I know that there are perverts out there that like to watch women who are busty shuffle. I'm not that kind of channel, okay? If the super chat is high enough, I may consider it. I'm joking. Oh, let me just blend it. That looks better. Okay. Divine masculine, cloudy judgments, illusions. I'll show you. Yang masculine energy with divine masculine. And then cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. I love how this card has a typo. Is it a typo though? And trapped, stuck, tied down, and captive. Someone feels like they got caught in somebody's web. Web of beauty. One day peace. Let's see what this is about. I feel like somebody felt like they were tricked into something, and now they feel trapped, like they can't get stuck out of it. I don't know if somebody felt like they were tricked by a divine masculine, or if it was a divine masculine that felt like they were tricked, like they fell for somebody's illusions. Okay. Let's see, what's this divine masculine? Hi, Adrian. How are you? Welcome to my channel. In case anybody's new here, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm an oracle and tarot card reader. So the divine masculine, we have the Hierophant energy coming out. The Hierophant is a teacher, a spiritual teacher, someone who invokes wisdom, teaches wisdom, and also is a representation of masculine tradition. I say masculine because the Hierophant is a masculine, and traditionally masculines, you know how masculines are. No judgment here, okay? But the Hierophant, someone who is, so it could be a Taurus energy that's involved. It could be somebody who is a masculine energy. It could be a Leo with the Sun card coming out. The Sun, Leo, masculine energy, fiery, yang, Queen of Swords. So someone could have been a divine masculine, could have been dealing with a Queen of Swords energy. A Queen of Swords energy that they may have had may have wanted to have or had a traditional type of relationship with, they thought was going to be like happiness, like it was going to be a positive connection with the sun. Probably thought very highly of the Queen of Swords energy. So I don't know if the Queen of Swords energy was someone who showed herself to be one thing, but may have not been completely honest. So this could have been somebody who is operating on the shadow energy of a Queen of Swords, who is someone who is manipulative, who can be cold, detached, very mean and bitter type of person. And the reason why I'm reading it that way is because somebody feels like cloudy judgment. And it could be that the Queen of Swords was dealing with a masculine energy who could have been a Leo, who she thought was going to be the person that she married, that she would have a commitment with. Oh, thank you, Adrian. It's the filter. Just so everybody knows, I use the filter because I want to manifest beautiful, radiant, immaculate skin. So that's why I use the filter. Hi, Abdullah. How are you? Okay, so what is this cloudy judgment about? This card, Two of Swords. Someone's fighting for the truth, trying to see things clearly. Whenever I see this card, because it's like, I always say the Two of Swords is like being of two minds, trying to discern the fact from fiction, going within to discern the truth. So someone is trying to figure out or trying to free themselves from some sort of illusions that they may have been created. We have the Queen of Wands. Because maybe somebody seemed like, because the Queen of Wands energy is someone who is very magnetic, attractive, beautiful, and passionate, fiery. And maybe somebody felt like they got tricked into like this type of energy. Like they thought somebody was warm and caring, but now they're saying that it could have been some sort of illusion. Like maybe somebody created some sort of illusion. They do say the Queen of Wands is someone who the fact that we were talking about filters, I was talking about filters because I don't know if somebody felt like they got catfished. I don't know if somebody felt like they got catfished. Because the cloudy judgment, I don't know if somebody created an illusion about something. Got the Ace of Wands, but it came on the reverse. Hey, Vixen, how are you? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you had a good weekend and everything's going well for you and your family. I hope everybody's family is doing well. I hope you're doing well too, that you're all safe and you're in good spirits. So the Ace of Wands in reverse. Usually aces are the start of something new. So I don't know if could be some sort of past energy. Maybe somebody is learning something about somebody from the past, or there could be something from the past that may be coming up that is starting to create some sort of illusion, or making it apparent that there is an illusion, that something isn't right. Why the Ace of Wands in reverse? Well, didn't I say the manipulation? Because the magician in the shadow aspect is a manipulative person. Thank you. I think everybody's healthy. I just like had a gurgle right now. We're doing well, thank you. Yeah, I know it's morning in Australia. Oh my gosh. Is that someplace I should go to? Tell me. Fix it. I know that's like that sounds like that's probably going to be a very expensive trip. I'm thinking about traveling a lot lately. Just I want to go somewhere. But I think Australia is something that's going to have to wait. I think that's like a big trip. because of how far away it is. The Magician, I feel like somebody who has been like, I feel like somebody was was being manipulative. They were definitely creating illusions. Let's see what this illusion is. I don't know if somebody was pretending to be successful, because we got the Chariot in reverse. You saw that card just fell out and it flipped over. Oh, okay. Definitely. That sounds nice. I want beaches. I want to go to the beach. I want to see sun and I want to see the beach. So yeah, somebody may have been pretending, like I said, catfishing. Somebody may have been pretending to be successful. Somebody could have been pretending to be successful. With the Chariot in reverse, the Chariot and the upright is moving forward, is forward momentum. Somebody definitely lied, because I just got this idea in my mind. Somebody lied. I don't know if it was the masculine energy or the feminine energy, but somebody definitely created some sort of illusion. They're distorting facts. But we have the Chariot card. And somebody may have been creating an illusion, because the Chariot made me think about a car. And then it made me think about a reading. No, it made me think about somebody's car breaking down. Car, something. I don't know. It made me think about cars. Somebody may be pretending or lying about some success, because the Chariot card is like I said, it's the car, it's forward momentum, but it's also being victorious, success. So I feel like somebody's lying about success, lying about being successful. And I don't know why this person felt like they need to lie, because the Two of Cups is in the bottom. So we know this is definitely a love situation. So let's see. Two of Cups, I think it had to do with ego. And I see the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is someone who is wealthy, stable, secure, grounded, reliable. You have the Fool card, new beginning, naive, someone being naive, possibly strength is Leo energy, but then I think somebody did this out of ego. I think somebody lied because they feel like they're not good enough, or they are trying to make themselves look better than they actually are. I feel like it has to do with how they're being seen, because the Sun card came out and then we have the Strength card, and the Sun and Strength are Leo cards. So I think somebody was trying to make themselves seem like something. Because they wanted you. Take it as it resonates. Imagine, well, remember, it could be you that lied. Anybody can lie, I don't know who I'm reading for. You never know. So somebody's creating some sort of, Two of Cups and Strength. And it's funny too, because what I feel like is this person feels like they're trapped in their lie. Because you see here, the whale is trapped in this net. And then we have this trapped card with the web. And they kind of look similar. So I feel like this person feels like they're trapped in whatever lies and illusions that they created. And I think that they may be wanting to come clean with the Fool card. Now, another thing too, you know how some people lie about how much money, like how successful they are? Now, another thought that popped in my mind was, did somebody lie about their success? Like maybe somebody's trying to downplay their success because maybe they get taken advantage of or used by people because of their success. Because when I see in the bottom, the King of Pentacles, then you have the Ten of Cups. Hopefully this person is not married. I'll be so fucked up. They lied about that. The Three of Pentacles. I know people say the Three of Pentacles is their party. It could possibly, the fact that I said that they were married, but then I see the Three of Pentacles. I don't know, this person could have a family. They could be married. Oh, yeah, because I got the King and Queen of Pentacles. I know they're not like the divine, like, pairing, because, you know, they say earth and water, like Taurus and Scorpio go together, and Cancer and Capricorn, and Leo with Aquarius, I think, and Aries with Libra, you know, like the opposites attract type of thing. But I don't know, like if somebody's already married and this is where they're lying, maybe they lied about that. And the Empress card came out, and but somebody feels trapped in something. So I was thinking that the person probably could have been lying about their success. I don't know if somebody lied about their past. It could be that too. Like maybe somebody said that they weren't married, and then and maybe they were married, they got divorced, but they don't want to admit to it. And the Queen of Swords is like justice, law. So it could be they could have divorced. They could have been married. Oh, yeah. That was making sense. This person could have been married. They could have been married before. Because we got the Hierophant, the Sun, and the Queen of Swords. This is why readings are so crazy. Hi, Catalina. How are you? Okay, well, let's find out what this trap is, because what is this person trapped in? What I'm getting is I feel like somebody feels like they're trapped in a lie. They're trapped in an illusion, and they may be wanting to free themselves. Somebody may be wanting to come forward, wanting to admit the truth. The Five of Swords, the Hangman. See, trapped again. Tell me about trapped. Ooh, Pisces. We got the Five of Swords. We got 5-5, 5-5. Maybe significant. And then this is the first time I've seen the two numbers. We got Five of Swords with the Hangman and the Five of Pentacles. I don't know why anybody would lie about that. I know some people don't want to deal with people who, if this person is married and they are going through a divorce, they may be going through some sort of battle, and they're trapped in that, and it could be tied to money too. Maybe they're fighting over money because maybe this person was successful, and whoever they're dealing with may be wanting to put them in the Five of Pentacles energy, take for them in some way. I'm good, thank you. I'm doing well. The weather's so much better in New York. I'm just glad it's not what it was last week. It was torture. I hope all of you are comfortable where you are too, because I think I heard somebody say there's a heat wave in Scotland. So if anybody's in the UK, I imagine that, I don't know if that heat wave would affect you too. It is? Okay. Are you having a heat wave? I know these icy cards look so delicious, right? You're like, yes, I want some ice. It's too damn hot here in the UK. It's too damn hot here in Scotland. We want snow. And right here in the conference room, it's cool because the AC is off, but it's cool right now. So the Hangman, the Five of Swords. I feel like somebody, I don't understand, like, but I could see why I wouldn't want to deal with somebody who's in the middle of a legal battle, like a divorce or anything, but somebody could be, that could be what it is. But somebody could be also, I feel like, this has to do with the person's past. That they're dealing with something from the past that they didn't share. I don't understand why somebody would lie about that. I know the person wants peace. They want to go towards peace. But I feel like if they created some sort of, wait, okay, definitely doesn't have to be like you're dealing with somebody. It could be this somebody's situation. I don't have to make it somebody, there's a divine masculine who's currently in a, maybe in a legal battle with somebody that was deceptive, that may have been trying to take from them. They may be trapped in this conflict. So I don't know if some of you, it doesn't mean that they lied, but they could be now in the process of trying to detangle themselves from a situation where they were deceived. So some of you could be meeting somebody that they're going through this. And I don't know why I was reading it like somebody lied about something, but maybe somebody, you may be meeting somebody, encountering this, or this is what somebody's currently encountering with love. Like they're trying to like bring clarity into the situation, bring some sort of order, trying to manifest themselves out of this trap that they're in. But I feel like they probably were dealing with someone who was deceptive, because that's the first thing I read with the cloudy judgment and the divine masculine with the Queen of Swords. But this could be a feminine energy dealing with a manipulative divine masculine, or it could be same sex. I don't know, but I don't feel like it is same sex. I don't know if somebody was dealing, if there was like a third party situation too, because we do see two masculine figures fighting with the swords. But now I feel like somebody's trying to free themselves from this connection. I don't know who this relates. This could be a divine masculine's message, or a feminine dealing with a divine masculine. Okay. Sometimes this is why it's a little hard to be a tarot, because I could see so many things, so many messages, and then it becomes convoluted. You know what I mean? And I don't want to do convoluted readings. I want to try to make them as precise as possible. All right. So let me go through this again. The divine masculine could have been, is maybe married to a Queen of Swords energy. So that someone could be a fire sign or a queen, an air sign. So that could be some sort of connection between a fire and air sign who are married. And somebody created some sort of illusions. It could have been the fire sign energy that was trying to create some sort of illusions. May have been manipulative and trying to throw somebody off course. Or could have been somebody who lied about some success that they've experienced. This is going to be weird. Now that I'm going back to it and trying to simplify it, the Ace of Wands could be somebody came up with some sort of idea. And then the Chariot is someone who experienced some sort of success with the idea. But then somebody is not coming clean about it. They making it seem like, oh, this idea didn't make any money, or I'm not successful. The idea was a bust and I'm not successful with this idea. So I don't know if somebody's creating some sort of illusion about an idea that they came up with, that they're manipulating the way it looks. I don't know if somebody's trying to, I feel like somebody's trying to in the past. I don't know if somebody lied about something from the past. I don't know if somebody lied about marriage or something. This is what I'm getting. If they were married before, somebody lied about, I don't know if somebody is married and then they're dealing with this divine masculine, and then they put the divine masculine in a third party, or divine masculine put somebody in a third party. That doesn't sound like much of a divine masculine, honestly. Oh my gosh. No, I can't. I use Google for myself, because I read for myself and then I go to Google and I see what other messages I get outside of my own ego, you know, my interpretation, you know. And the thing is too, there are certain nuances that AI will not catch on, you know, because of how complex us human beings can be, how complicated we make things for ourselves. Well, definitely, somebody feels like they're trapped in some sort of conflict and they're hoping for a miracle. Maybe somebody's trying to manifest a miracle. Because when you look at the Five of Pentacles, someone's alone, but then you see these coins, they look a bit magical. So someone's trying to, I don't know, the Six of Cups. It could be something from the past. All I'm getting is somebody was lied to. Somebody's trying to free themselves from some sort of illusion that they could have been experienced from a fire or air sign energy who may have been manipulative. And I'm seeing a lot of fire and air. With the Queen of Swords is air, Sun is fire. The Ace of Wands fire. Two of Swords air. Magician is air, Gemini. Chariot is water. The Queen of Wands fire. Then we have Five of Swords. That's air. The Hangman is water, and the Five of Pentacles is money. So I don't know if somebody feels trapped, financially trapped to something, trapped to someone that's causing them anxiety and stress. And they just want there to be balance and fairness with the Six of Pentacles. But I don't think that's possible in this situation. This is so complicated. Now I'm bored now. Because I'm thinking too much. Because I have the King of Cups with the Emperor and the Queen of Cups, and then Temperance, and then the Star. 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. That's just too much. It's like, I feel like somebody just wants someone who cares, who gives a shit, who has an honest heart, who has feelings, who isn't cold, you know? But the Emperor in between, I don't know if the Emperor is like in their emotions, but not really. This feed is so weird. Maybe I'm weird today. I don't know. Hi, Alpha. How are you? I think I got as much as I can from this. Okay. All right, what is the most likely outcome for this situation? What's the most likely outcome for this situation? 10 of Cups. I think that the nightmare will be over. The person will be able to be free from this. And I say the Nine of Swords, the Six of Pentacles. Like, there's going to be some... Oh my gosh, that's what I was going to say. Justice. There's going to be justice. And look, the Justice card came out with the High Priestess. So, like, if you're trying to manifest something, like, there is going to be justice. But 10 of Cups, right? Happiness, fulfillment, family. I mean, I don't know if there's a family involved in this situation, but we got the Ace of Pentacles Oh my God. The only reason why a man will say that is when he has a little tiny little wee wee wee. A little tiny wee wee wee. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. I'm sorry, I'm not a lollipop girl. Like, I have a tiny body with a giant head. Anyway, Ace of Pentacles is like a new beginning. So somebody is going to be free from this cycle. They're going to be, balance is going to be restored within them and around them. And the happiness is going to come. Happiness is going to be on the other side of this. Because there's going to be a new opportunity. And then there's going to be balance, fairness, justice. But the thing is, the High Priestess, I'm not sure why the High Priestess came out. And it might be because there may be certain secrets that you may, whoever this resonates with, they may know that, or may come out that can bring the, oh my gosh, I gotta freaking block this turd. Let's see. All right, I'm just like, I don't know why, like, if you're gay, we accept you, okay? We love the gays here in Artemis Oracle. Let's see, Ten of Pentacles, wait, Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Justice, and the High Priestess. The High Priestess. I don't know, some of you, the High Priestess really throws me off though. Okay. Maybe because that's me. Oh my gosh. This is a better compliment than being called handsome by a little tiny dicked man. You know that I had a block for my channel. Oh my God, I had a Tate's supporter coming on. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate you. The High Priestess really throws me off. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if this is something that you've already sensed or you've already dreamed, or whoever this reading resonates with, and this is what's bringing some sort of relief in the moment, like that hope, that faith. But like the High Priestess, the way she's depicted in this card is she looks like she's manifesting, because the High Priestess is about secrets and inner knowing, but there could be balance of restoration with that within this person too, because maybe they weren't trusting their intuition, and that's what kind of got them caught up in this situation. But now that they are, out of the situation, and the outcome, if the outcome turns out the way it is, and this how is come out in the cards, that this person may now be more imbalanced and maybe more discerning and prevent themselves from getting caught up in types of situations where someone may be creating illusions, and now they may be more perceptive and attentive to the signs, and even trusting themselves and knowing and feeling if something isn't right, that is something that they should possibly avoid, so they don't get caught up in the trap again. That's the only way I could read the High Priestess, because it could be a Pisces energy, but that's just so random. It's like, yeah, you're gonna be happy and you're gonna have a new opportunity and justice will be restored, and Pisces, it's random. So it could be the person maybe more in tune with their intuition and trusting of their intuition. So that's that for the reading. So thank you so much for being here, everyone. I hope all of you enjoyed this reading, even though for me it's like, what the fuck did I just read? So I get so caught up in them, I can't even. It's so weird. being a reader sometimes. Maybe I went too far. Maybe I went too deep. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you for liking, and I don't know if anybody subscribed, but if you did, thank you so much for subscribing. I don't think I put subscriber mode on. That's why that turd came on. You know. Oh, you're welcome, Bristol. Phil. I remember your name. I do remember your name. I think I like saying Bristol. That's why, because it reminds me of London, you know. But I really appreciate you all for being here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening ahead. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and if I don't, I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye. Let me see, that I give Alpha the heart? Let me give that. I won't be able to do that later. Bye, everyone. Take care.